1st, 2017, Arun Jaitley announced this year's budget.
This move will significantly reduce the capital gains tax liability while encouraging mobility of assets and creates an unjust enrichment in favor of the tax evader to the detriment of the poor and the deprived.
Which basically sounds like this to us.
Nimda, dozras tell me, har tabus crack oikinim bomla, mohinos unakasa, minu opizra, shukwe.
And lucky for you, we are always here. The total budget for the year is 21.47 lakh crores. The agenda for 2017-18 is Tech India. Now don't get too excited. It doesn't mean what you think. It means transform, energize and clean India. All those companies with less than 50 crores of turnover, like venture capital, will now pay 25% corporate tax and not 30%. There were some changes made to the minimum alternate tax, or MAT. So what the hell's MAT? We've called an expert to answer that.
MAT stands for Minimum Alternate Tax. Some companies show profits on the books but claim to have zero income as they give out dividends to their shareholders. In such cases, the companies have to pay a minimum tax of 18.5% as an alternative. This can then be used as credit while paying income tax when they become profitable. This credit can be used up to a period of 10 years. That's where we at Liars Advisors help businesses. We can help.
So, the credit period has increased from 10 years to 15 years. There's also this other thing called presumptive tax, which applies to small businesses that have less than 2 crores in turnover and also do not maintain any book of accounts.
For the small businesses with less than 2 crore in turnover, they usually do not maintain a book of accounts, which makes it difficult for the calculation of the income. So, the government presumes that the income is 8% and then collects tax based on this 8%. And that's where basically we at Liars Advisors come in. We can help you.
And now, the percentage has been reduced to 6% from 8%, provided the transactions are done digitally or through bank payments. It's been in the news all the time. Let's bring in some FDI.
FDI or foreign direct investment is where a foreign investor puts his money into a business in another country. In India, there are two ways FDI can be done. The first is the automatic route, where an FDI is allowed without approval of the government or the Reserve Bank of India. And the second way is the approval route, where the government must approve before an FDI can be made. In this case, the Foreign Investment Promotion Board is the agency that is in charge.
And you know what? The board has just been abolished. More sectors will open up for FDI and more investments will come in. Demonetization was the biggest event in our recent times, and its effects on startups can be best expressed like this. And now, all cash transactions are limited to 3 lakhs. And the mobile wallet sector will be further boosted. It's not going to be the RBI who's going to regulate online payments. A new board is going to be set up for that. But don't celebrate as yet. The government has launched its own payment app, Bheem. And they're also introducing cashback and referral programs. Tax is a funny thing. Albert Einstein once said, the hardest thing in the world to understand is income tax. This year, out of the 120 crore people in India, only 3.7 crore individuals filed for tax returns. Out of which, 1 crore was out of the tax bracket by having less than 2.5 lakhs income. 2 crores were under 5 lakhs income. 52 lakhs had 5 to 10 lakhs income, and less than 20 lakh individuals filed for more than 10 lakhs income. Oh, and only 6.9 lakh companies out of the 31 lakh registered in India filed for income tax returns. Now that's quite embarrassing. In this budget, the government has reduced the personal income tax rate for the tax slab 2.5 lakhs to 5 lakhs income from 10% to 5%. A surcharge of 10% is given to those between 50 lakhs and 1 crore income. They must pay 10% more than every other category.
Which is why we offer end-to-end solutions for all our clients that have this problem. We have 2.5 years of expertise on all financial solutions, so contact us.
Last year, the startups were given a window of 5 years where they could choose any 3 years for not paying tax. Now, that window has increased from 5 years to 7 years. However, there are only a few startups that can benefit out of this. The Startup India program was launched last year, promising a lot of benefits for startups. Guess how many got through? Only 8. Also, out of the 10,000 crore fund announced for startups, guess how much was used? 0. In the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business rankings, India was promised by Modi to be in the top 50 by 2017. When Modi became the Prime Minister, India was at rank 134. 1 year later, it reached 132. In the next year, it reached 131. That's 3 ranks in 2 years. India's bankruptcy code has been updated, making it easy for companies to shut down. Startups could maybe benefit from this. Who am I kidding? They'll definitely benefit out of this. For the last 92 years, the railway budget was done separately from the union budget. This is the first time it was done together. This year's budget encourages logistics and technology startups to be part of the railway sector. Logistics startups are now allowed to use railways for their end-to-end solutions. As part of the BharatNet scheme, fiber optic cables are going to be added along the railway track. This means startups can continuously stay connected for tracking and scheduling. Speaking of fiber optics, a huge amount of 10,000 crores has been set aside for the BharatNet project, which will bring a lot more people online in the coming year. And that's a wrap from us on the 2017 budget.
If you like this special episode, click on the box on my left to watch the season 1 of our show, and click on the circle to my right if you want to subscribe to our channel. If you still have any queries on this budget, contact us.
We will be back with season 2 soon. Stay ambitious.